Hello and welcome. Yesterday, the European currency gained strong upside momentum, almost hitting the March high and returning the resistance level of 1.1134 formed on March 17. Demand for risky assets increased following another round of Russia-Ukraine talks. The Russian delegation received written proposals from the Ukrainian side confirming its desire for a neutral and nuclear-free status. Thus, the negotiations could be called positive, which raises hopes for reaching a compromise in the near future. Against this background, the euro gained value against the US dollar. Likewise, the British pound advanced but then come under pressure again. Today's macroeconomic calendar is full of important releases, including the speeches of ECB President Christine Lagarde and Bank of England Deputy Governor Ben Broadbent. Germany will publish data on consumer prices for March. The consumer price index is expected to rise by 1.3% month-on-month and 6.1% on an annual basis. If the indicators exceed analysts' forecast, the ECB will have to take a more aggressive approach to monetary policy. Last week, Lagarde said the central bank would step up efforts to combat inflation. Therefore, her comments on the regulator's more aggressive response to rising consumer prices may support the euro today. In the second half of the day, traders may take notice of the ADP National Employment Report. US non-farm payrolls are forecast to increase by 455,000 in March compared to a gain of 475,000 in February. Besides, the US will report its final estimate of fourth quarter GDP. Furthermore, ECB board member Fabio Panetta and FOMC member Esther George are set to speak today. From a technical point of view, it can be seen that buyers are focusing on the level of 1.1134. At the same time, they need to protect the 1.1097 mark. A false breakout at this level will create a strong buy signal. In the event of subdued trading activity in this area, I recommend that traders postpone long positions on the rebound until the price reaches the level of 1.1062. There are moving averages at this mark, which means that bulls will have every chance of pushing the price up. However, the main focus will be on 1.1134. If the price breaks through and consolidates about this level amid some positive geopolitical news, the euro will most likely rise to 1.1181 and then 1.1227. If the price forms a false breakout at 1.1134, hits a weekly high and then returns below this level, a sell signal will be created. In this case, the euro will slide to 1.1097. If the price fixes below this mark and tested from the bottom up, the volume of short positions will increase further, thus dragging the euro down to the 1.1062 mark. Speaking of the British pound, the currency remains range-bound. If the price breaks above 1.3114, the pound sterling will advance to 1.3155. At this level, it will be possible to go short amid a false breakout. Alternatively, short positions can be considered at 1.3187 on a rebound. A false breakout at 1.3114 will create a sell signal. In this case, the British pound will most likely return to 1.3071. At this mark, traders may consider long position in the case of a false breakout. However, I think it would be a wise decision to postpone purchases on the rebound until the price reaches 1.3037 and 1.3003. Nowadays, the British economy is suffering a recession. At the same time, the Bank of England cannot raise interest rates to address rising inflation, In context of such an abysmal situation, the pound sterling's reaction to geopolitical is not as positive as that other risky assets. Therefore, be careful with long positions. For now, everything indicates that the pound dollar pair is likely to continue its downward movement. Good luck.